guys? Welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. We are, and I'm blocking him out, we are at Memorial Stadium, spring game. First time to see Kirk Signetti. Very excited to see him out here. So, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about in the transfer portal. Carlyle Essigian came yesterday, and then today we had Malone from Grace College come to Indiana. A lot to see. I see Carlyle, so many people are putting him in the camp to be a player at Indiana already. I've not seen that come through the pike that he's definitely going to come. It's kind of frustrating when you see, like, Essigian come to the Hoosiers, do his trip, and he didn't commit, I guess, on that day, but maybe he has, more stuff to think about. But he would be, the one piece that we'd be looking at. I was going to do the contest winner would be in this episode. I will do that in the next episode because I found out once I was here with this setup with my phone and everything, I can't see the comments. So I will be revealing the winner of that home field apparel giveaway on the next episode. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. I am no longer at my residence. I am outside of the house, not at the house anymore. So Signetti, what I'm going to be looking at today, and I brought my binoculars. I really like to read people because I am just a guy that I've spent so much time in sales, customer service, working with people. I want to see how he interacts with the players, and then also what is the quarterback situation going to be like for the Hoosiers going into this year. We have Rourke that came in, if you didn't know, because, I'll tell you the truth, I didn't watch a ton of Indiana football last year. Rourke came in from Ohio, but we still have TJD's little brother, Jackson Jr., I like to call him. So, and then we have two freshmen at the quarterback position. Will Jackson Davis, will he get most of the reps of the first team, or will Rourke get most of the reps with the first team? How is this going to go down? Really, really looking forward to seeing that. The other players to look for, the pass rush for the Hoosiers. Last year, they got this new guy, Kamara, to help out on the pass rush. Last year, they only really had one good pass rusher, and they were able to really key in on that one guy whenever they had to. So will the Hoosiers get more help on that line? It's just good to, this is a free event, and they haven't done it for 5 years, the spring game for the Hoosiers. So this is it's really nice to come down here free. They got free food inside, hot dogs over here. There's actually a lot of people tailgating. So I will say, I've probably not been this hyped up for Indiana football since maybe the 2008, 2009, when they had that good year and went to a bowl game. But the Hoosiers, they really, on the football side, have just, the last year, Tom Allen sent him packing, and then bringing in a new coach that really, really has just a totally different type of demeanor to him. And I like Tom Allen, but he's much better at Ben Davis. But let's talk about the Hoosiers, the team, the basketball team. What is going on with the transfer portal? I've heard, and I was listening to Locked On Hoosiers when I was on my way down here, and in a few different, I don't want to get too far ahead of my skis, because as it stands right now, Indiana does not have any shooters from the outside. We need some guys that can shoot the three ball. Can we get this guy? Brea is a guy who maybe will come in from Dayton. He's got a phenomenal percentage, 49%. Essigian, we know he's from Indiana, good shooter. We got the guy Malone from Grace College. He's more of a inside big guy playing the 4 spot, maybe the 5 spot, but can shoot some from the outside. But we're going to need at least 2 guys on the floor that are going to stretch those defenses like a rubber band, because look, we saw what it was last year, and we had a guy that was able to go to the NBA, able to, make all those leaps and bounds and everything else that Carlyle Ware did, but that really got us nowhere as a team going forward. I wish I had more to talk about. I'm really excited to see the football team. I just wish I had more to talk about the football team. But today we're really going to see, I think one of the most important things, like doing this channel, going to the combines, going to see this and actually see the quarterbacks move around, see what kind of ability they actually have, goes a long way. I'm sure we're going to come out of this really excited. This is all kind of set up for Curt Cignetti to, make his mark on Indiana, make his mark on really the culture of the football team has completely changed since he's come in. He's got to, make the team a winning team. What would that mean for Indiana? I mean, that would really mean maybe winning like 8 or 9 games, getting to a bowl game. That's all you can really expect out of the football team at this time. So we'd be satisfied with that and just more of a resolved culture. And hey, like, let me tell you a story. Like my grandpa went to school here. I mean, when they built this place, when my grandpa was going to school here, I guess in the early 60s, everybody said, oh yeah, just a few years, the football team will be good. We'll bowl this whole place in. It'll be the place. But look where we're at. It's 2024. I mean, they did bowl in a couple of sides of this, but it's still not reached that pinnacle status of where you would want to see them be competitive in the game of football. So really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to seeing like Curt Cignetti, like how he kind of like interacts with the players on the sideline. I always thought Tom Allen was just too excited, and he should have been thinking about the next play, or he should have been thinking about what the offense needed to do or what the defense needed to do. This guy is just really, really calculating. I mean, you watch his press conferences, I win, Google me, I win. That's pretty strong statement. But getting all kinds of, mixed reviews about the basketball team, whether or not Carlyle is going to come to the team. I've heard people say he's 100%, he's coming, he's going to probably be the backup to Miles Rice. That's probably why the decision is not that easy. I mean, these guys these days, I don't know what they want to be promised when they come in on these transfer portal visits, but it is just, you got to make guys work for their positions. And many of these guys, and I said this weeks ago, in the transfer portal, what do they want? They want more than what they had before. Some of these guys have moved like 2 schools, which brings up a lot of interesting conversations, like how do they get degrees when you're at like 3 different schools playing basketball? I mean, I know I transferred one time I went to IPFW and had some credits from here, and then transferred to USF in Florida, and I lost a lot of credits doing that, ones that just did not transfer. So let me take you over here and show you some of what they got going on over here. I'll tell you why. A weird story about myself. My lucky number is 44, and this guy for the Hoosiers, who 3-time All-American, leading rusher on IU's 1945 undefeated Big Ten championship team, he wore 44, and I only wore 44 because I heard a long time ago it was like the best player on every team wore 44. I wore that in baseball. Don't have numbers in golf, but I'll tell you, they got these. I would love to get one of these golf carts just to ride around when I eventually, move out to a farm or something like that. But hey, thank you so much for joining me. This is a real casual episode. I just kind of wanted to show the setup that they had over here, because I was actually pretty impressed with how many students were walking down here, and pretty impressed with how they have this kind of like a lot of people tailgating out here. So, I mean, if you're in Bloomington right now, come on down here. It's free. The parking is free. everything is free. So you know what? This day and age, you'll spend, you know, $50 at McDonald's on stuff at McDonald's for your family. So there's nothing free anymore. But let's check this out over here. So you can see the parking lot is practically full. We got the beautiful assembly hall over here, and then over here is where they have these tents at, where they're doing the hot dogs and everything, like right down there. But you can see, I mean, the last time I was at a football game at this stadium was I was here with this girl, and I think we had like 100 Jello shots in her purse, and that's practically all I remembered about that Ohio State game. It was a packed crowd, and we know that Ohio State always brings a huge crowd of Ohio State fans. So that's the last time I was here. It was some time ago, but a lot of great things going on with the Hoosiers, and I gotta say, I've always been a little bit lackluster on the football team, just because, you know, we're a basketball school. But you know, getting this guy and just seeing how maybe he can change things around, there's always hope. There's always hope for the football team, even if, you know, it's Indiana and there's a lot of, you know, it's not a big time football school, but hey, other places have done it, and hey, maybe we could do it too. So and I'm not really seeing, it's pretty clear out here. I don't think there's going to be any storms, but I know they're airing this on Big Ten Network tonight as well. So just check it out, see what happens out here tonight. I'm really just looking forward to kind of seeing some. I'll tell you, one of the other things I really want to look for is the old IU players, Donovan McCulley, you know, Jackson. How do they really fare on this team? So that's one of the things I'm really going to watch. Like, is Signetti, are those guys getting frustrated? Because we know this dude is just a no-nonsense guy, and he's really not going to take a lot of bullshit. So if these guys don't think they need to, like, earn their keep, they don't think they don't need to, like, work hard enough to be on the team or anything like that, then it's going to be a long day for them. And I heard somebody say that some of these players still could maybe go back into the transfer portal or something like that. But thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Indiana Sports Connection. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.